Hi, thank you, Zeke. It's 7:23 p.m. on Monday, April 6th, 2020. The sounds you hear are Zeke leading Elena back into the dining room to sit quietly, and Erico padding along. Erico's our Cocker Spaniel. And they're going to all listen from in there. He's wagging his tail already. Okay, hi. So I've got to say now, this is, I think, the 11th. I have to fix the numbers that I just put. But I think this is the 11th live streaming I've done. And I've got to say, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it's starting to feel like a job. Now, I've been retired for a while. And Virgos like having something to do. And this is actually the job I always wish that I had. So, but I have given some thought to the theme. A theme kind of fell together for today about time. And I remembered a song that I wrote in I think that would be 67, whatever. I was like 15. And I actually performed it with my first group at a neighbor's party. They were showbiz people, and this and several other songs. And there was a professional manager there, and he took us on, and he was going to get us into some clubs in Greenwich Village. But the drummer's father said, "There's no way I'm letting my son perform in a club in Greenwich Village." So we could have been hanging out with Dylan and the Lovin' Spoonful and all those amazing people there, but didn't happen. Anyway, but that's the first song. It's about the theme of time. So that one is called Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow. The second song, also on the theme of time, is called Time. And it was written maybe around 1980. I wrote it around 1981. And the last one was written, I'm guessing, around 1992. It was after coming out of Meher Baba's Samadhi, his tomb in India, and capturing that a certain quality of that being there. And that's also about time in the sense of this eternal moment of the now. And they also have something else in common. They're all songs where I decided I wanted to do something interesting with the notes. Usually I just focus on the chord patterns. So I had to practice a lot today. And I had to change the key on two of them, which meant changing the fingering. So if I make mistakes, I'll just pick up from where they happen. This is the first song, Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow, wrote when I was about 15. Try and imagine the intensity of the 60s, mid-60s, mid-early 60s, later 60s, and of being an adolescent boy in the midst of that, too. Yesterday I loved you, now today you're untrue. Yesterday you said mine you'd be, now today you want to be free. What will happen tomorrow? How will I know? What will happen tomorrow? Why can't I know? Yesterday I knew nothing, now today I know too much. Yesterday love was such a sweet thing, now today she's gone and it hurts so much. What will happen tomorrow? What will happen tomorrow? Why can't I know? What will happen tomorrow? How can I know? What will happen tomorrow? Why can't I know? I think I know what has happened before. I'm not quite sure what is happening now. I wish I knew what will happen tomorrow. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Now, interestingly, maybe 2 years later, I had an experience which I found out 10 years after that was a very clear glimpse of what was going to happen tomorrow. But that, again, is too long a story for a live stream like this. I'll get to it one of these days, in some form or other. Okay, now okay, this one is trying to grapple with time a little bit better after experience of some years. And I also had in mind the astrological significance of the planet Saturn. So here it is. Time, time, flowing on, flowing on, flowing like a river to the dawn, to the dawn, carry on. Time, time, never still, never still. Life's heart a beating, always will, carry on. Rhythms of life always must beat to the steady rhythm of your feet. Time, time, hear me call your name. I'm only learning your game, your game, your game. Melodies may change, but underneath it all, time stays the same. Hear him call, hear him call. Time, time, I'm in tune with you, in rhythm and in rhyme. I know I'm in time with you, ever old, ever new, ever old, ever new, ever you. saw me glancing down, I was using a cheat sheet because I took a while to remember these words from so long ago. So, now this one, I had to change the key to lower it, and that meant changing. This was the original fingering, and it was upbeat. Okay, but it was too high for my voice, my throat now. So I lowered the key, and I found out I had to tone it down, slow it down. Talking about time again. The dream and the morning surprise. You are beloved and friend. You are the light in a newborn babe's eyes. You are a path without end, and one eternal friend. Oh, may now here with you, all life on this earth is made new. You are the dream and the morning surprise. You are beloved and friend. You are the light in a newborn babe's eyes. You are a path without end, and one eternal friend. Oh, Mayhem. Oh, Mayhem. Oh, man, now here with you, all life on this earth is made new. Now we're yours in a timeless embrace. Life like a play passes by, to turn to the scene of your glorious face, and to your love glance of wine, saying you are forever mine. Oh, man. Oh, well, that went better than I expected. As a Virgo, you know, I want everything to be perfect. And that's a really frustrating way to live sometimes. So I've had to let some of these streams go out, not perfect. But who's got perfect. God has perfect, you know. So I'm really happy with those three. So here we are. It's back to my book, 424 Ways to Find Your Lover, which are 424 ghazals, poems, 7 rhyming couplets, and with a punch at the end. And the title is an allusion to Paul Simon's song 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. But since it turned out there were 424, and my stepdaughter Elena, my grandson Jason, their birthday's 424, that's how I left it. And the meaning of the title, each one is sort of a poetic house, is how to find the divine lover within oneself who sings the song of love to the divine beloved. Okay, so this, and as I've said before, most of these I've hardly ever read, certainly not out loud, after I wrote them and did a quick edit. This is called, so I'll be as surprised as you are, this is called This Fragmented Dream. You gave me a wide berth, and I stretched out amply, spreading my legs. Outside this sleeper car, we'll do it again. You gave me a wide berth, and I stretched out amply, spreading my legs. Outside this sleeper car, the rain falls damply. Barreling through the foggy night, you'd think Sherlock Holmes would be quietly present, keenly observing, to solve some mystery. Meanwhile, I'm just thrashing about with way too much room. A man's not meant to sleep alone, barreling to his doom. These are the days before television, and my dreaming mind is taunting me with snippets, scenes, and random feelings. There's something it's trying to tell me. Holmes is keen and analytical, a fine mind, an intuitive grasp. But where is faithful Dr. Watson with bumbling instinct and hands that clasp? One without the other could never solve a single thing. Oh, what are you trying to tell me? My divine self, I'm listening. Thrashing about all through the night, I need a complete, inquisitive team that cares enough and with skill to reveal to me the meaning of this fragmented dream. That was Ghazal 31. I must have read something here because I've got a bookmark. This is what I call a bookmark. So it may have been this one. It's Ghazal 32. It's called Fine Wine in a Golden Cup. How much would you pay for a bottle of fine vintage wine? Held a long age in a dark stone cellar, passed down the line from generation to generation, increasing in value all the time. And would you drink it or save it still, deeming the other a horrible crime? Unless you harbor your treasure, you have no treasure to harbor. That's right, Elena. Unless you harbor your treasure, you have no treasure to harbor. But wine cannot be enjoyed in a cellar as well as in a green and fruitful arbor. Quite a dilemma, wouldn't you say? Well, you can come down on either side, or straddle the fence and find no wine, neither in the garden nor deep inside. Of course, it's only a choice in the illusion of dreaming. But I advise you to make one now, or you may well wake up screaming. Then again, that's okay too, if your highest value is waking up, and all the rest is metaphor. Fine wine in a golden cup. Because it's only in the realm of dreams that treasure can be gained or lost. Wake up for a moment, and that ocean of delusion has at last been crossed. It's Ghazal 32, fine wine in a golden cup. Next one is Ghazal 33, a lovely task. I have no idea what's coming up. I am no longer a wooden soldier. I march, I dance, I float on air. This one-time Pinocchio is alive, and I can take you there. I was elected to the Senate of the Soul. I'm also in the House. Talk about majority. There's cause to dance, no cause to grouse. It's such a grand and ancient place, and yet so fully here and now. Like Francis's Assisi, more present than present somehow. I have a strong and kindly guide who gently, firmly leads me through it, though there's no doubt in mind or heart that I can surely do it. And so I feel like dancing. What wooden soldier wouldn't? My dancing feet both in the air as I do what once I couldn't. This is really good news, the best news of all. I am at the center of my power. I hear my own sweet call. I am led at last to the house of glad tidings. To give or to receive, I ask. When you give them, you will receive them. Ha ha. What a lovely task. Number 33, a lovely task. 2 more to go today. Put my bookmark back, or whichever that was. Oh, that was the other page, I think. No, that one. Okay, number 34 is called Making Peace. I'm branching out in ways I never have before. Between warring selves within me, there is now an opening door. Selves holding other selves in contempt in me are now speaking, acknowledging a need to coexist peacefully, and I am peaking. Joined in a common desire, the well-being of the whole, each at last willing to contain a little bit of its particular role. My fountain of exuberant creativity need not overflow. The concrete base of responsibility can accept some limits, you know. Each one finally willing to see the other in its space and to respect its right to be, its contribution, its honored place. Silently, eye to eye, they meet below the ground and exchange complete assurances, all without a sound. Now at last the fountain can flow without all the cacophony of artificially competing interests. What a glorious day for all of me. Making Peace, Ghazal number 34. And finally, here's another one which it says here was a dream, or came out of or was born from a dream, a real dream. This is number 35. It's called The Connecting Space. I pass you in the corridor between this place and that, from the site of my salvation to where I'm up at bat. The place of my salvation now is on the other side. While you are heading there, I'm going to take another ride. I hold a portfolio of grievances, but when I see you, I put them down. For how can I meet you, even in passing, if I am simply a frowning clown? And so we meet for just a moment as you go from life to life. How I wish that this moment could last, for I am going to self-made strife. I suppose I could leave my portfolio laying there on the ground. No one would really miss it. A better life, perhaps, to be found. The place of my salvation isn't really here or there, high or low. The place of my salvation is the moment when I let that go. Let go of my portfolio and take up something more sublime. Surrender to the ebb and flow in the perfection of life divine. That's ghazal number 35, The Connecting Space. And I am really, this is going to be corny, but I am really happy, sincerely, to have this connecting space with you. And I'm looking forward to joining you again tomorrow with more. And I know not what just yet, except the ghazals will begin with ghazal number 36 to 40. Yes, one last thing. Let's see who's here at the moment. Anfani, how great to see you. David Mosader, wonderful. Shane, hi. Gina Healy, it's been a long time. Good to see you. Nikki, welcome again. I'm so happy to see you here so often. And whoever else was here that no longer shows up, thank you so much, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Finish.